ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fenton Forest 4X map with seasons, with me, CWATTYESO, here on day 4 of autumn. It is the morning after the huge day of cotton harvesting, and it's probably going to be our final day here on the map. The series is slowly coming to an end. This is going to be the wrap-up episode. As I say, we've got cotton bales still to pick up and sell from the field 22. I've got the Mercedes trucks currently selling fertiliser to Port Northwest from the fertiliser factory. I've got the tanker currently in the process of moving digestate from the BGA to the fertiliser factory, and then I'm going to hijack him to transport the slurry from the farm, what's left here after getting rid of the cows and the pigs, get that up to the BGA. Everything else though is sold. All the other crops have gone from the silo here. We've got nothing remaining. We've got the chickens to take care of as well soon. But like I say, we have got the slurry over here. We've got 806,000 litres. That's going to be 9 trips that the tanker's going to need to do. And I apologise for the loud motorbike going past my window. How inconsiderate of him, as I'm recording my farewell to Fenton Forest today. Chickens. Yes, chickens. I think one of the chicken pens has filled all the egg pallets, which is great. Yeah, that one's done. This one over here is lagging a little bit behind. This one, that pen is not very good at producing eggs. I think because I got far too many Rhode Island Reds in that other pen rather than white leghorns, and the Rhode Island Reds don't lay as many eggs or as frequently as the white leghorns. It's one of the things I've learnt over the course of the series and understand how the animals work, which means that in my future Let's Play, my next series or whatever that I decide to do, I'm going to be better when it comes to the animals. I'm going to know what animals to have. Like, I'm not going to be mucking about with roosters and trying to breed chickens and all that nonsense that I had in this series. It's just going to be a case of find the chicken pen, fill it to the max with white leghorns, and let them produce eggs like crazy that we can sell. Obviously, as the white leghorns die when they get to old age, they won't reproduce and breed because there won't be any roosters. So I'll just have to keep buying new white leghorns to replace the dead ones, which is no hardship. Like I say, I think we're going to make more money. If white leghorns cost €5, dollars, pounds, whatever currency you play in, a bird, we're going to make more than that from selling the eggs. You know, if you get, $1,000, pounds, euros, etc. for a carton of eggs or a pallet of eggs, that buys a lot of chickens. That pretty much pays for your chickens that you're going to use on the map. But anyway, we're going to get this pen emptied, so all the chickens are sold. $5,000. Very nice. Now I'm going to load up, obviously, the eggs onto my little trailer, ready to take that and sell that. But man, has it been enjoyable playing on this series. I know it's a shame that it comes to an end, but everything has to come to an end eventually. And to think that I started this series in September. No, not September, August. August it was, of 2019. Let's have a look. What day was it? Just trying to see quickly. I'm going to click through on the... Yeah, 19th of August. Monday the 19th of August at midday was when I started this Let's Play series. And obviously it's now Sunday the 29th of March 2020, so 8 months ago I started this series. Wow, and those pallets, are pallets really going to play that game with me? Can I not pick up just the 2 pallets of eggs? Is it going to pick up all 4? It wants to pick up all 4. That's annoying. If you're wondering, of course, as well, why you're currently hearing music in the background rather than game sounds, game audio, I did have a little bit of a technical hitch as I started recording this episode today. I forgot to enable desktop audio and microphone audio in OBS when I started replaying. So I've recorded all this beginning part of the video with no microphone, no game sounds. So the voice you're hearing now is being recorded in the edit. It's being added in post. I can't add game sounds in post unless I sat here trying to make tractor noises. So unless you wanted to sit here listening to me going which would get very annoying, you're just going to listen to the music for the minute. But don't worry, when we go to the second part of the video, because I do have to put a cut in the video, because quite frankly it's going to take so long for me to get for the chicken pen next to me to fill the eggs, as well as get the trucks to deliver and move all their stuff that I need them to move. I actually ended up kind of skipping ahead, playing the rest of day 4 off camera. Well, technically I wasn't off camera because I did a kind of impromptu stream. I went live on Twitch just showing the end of me completing day 4 and completing the process that I needed to do to then obviously carry on recording this episode. So for all you people out there who, and like I say, at the end of this video, I will go into some of the details, and we'll look at some of the statistics. Now I can say statistics, unlike Lando Norris, who can't say statistics. But I can say statistics, and I'm going to break down how much time I've spent playing on this save game as a whole, how much of that time has actually been then videos, and it's not as much as you think. In fact, actually, the amount of videos I've done on this series is probably half of the amount of time that I've spent on the series, on the map, on the save, playing. So, you know, if I think this is episode 80, and if we did an hour per video, this Let's Play series is 80 hours. I've had to play for 160 hours just to bring you those videos. So, you know, spare a thought for your content creators when you sat watching your videos. But yeah, these chickens, these are not producing very good eggs. They produce only 1,168 litres compared to the other pen. And I think, as I say, it's because there was just too many Rhode Island Reds. Far too many chickens. I should have got rid of a lot of them and replaced them with the Leghorns. Like I say, these are the things you learn as you play through, though, because obviously when I started this series, Seasons was a relatively new mod out, and I'm probably still on this save using a development version. I'm not using like the mod hub version, so there's probably quite a lot in Seasons that's been changed and tweaked since I started this series, which means any future Let's Plays with Seasons could be very, very different. I might have to learn things all over again. But yeah, such a beautiful map, and we've got to take a minute to thank Stevie for providing us this great map. And again, the original Fenton Forest map, this Fenton Forest map, so many hours I've spent playing both maps, and they were so fun. These were such great maps. Obviously, I mean, this Let's Play series on this map, I haven't shown you everything that you can do on the map, because I obviously, because when I started filming my series, I don't have the most up-to-date version of the map. Stevie continued releasing updates for the map after I'd started playing, and because I didn't want to have to restart my save game every time I downloaded an update for the map, I didn't update. So the version of the map you can go and download right now from Stevie's Facebook page is a lot better than this one. It's got even more features and things you can do on it and play on it, so definitely worth a look. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I've hung back on his Lakeland Vale map, because if I do decide to start playing that map and doing a series on that map, I want to make sure I've got the most up-to-date version of it. I don't want to get, 10 episodes into a Let's Play and find out that he's released a new version with loads of extra features and I'd have to start all over again. So that's why I've hung back on that map. But that's probably a good hint as to let everybody know what map I'm thinking of doing next and playing next, which might be nice for the, like I say, for the American viewers out there who watch the videos, who have maybe got a little bit tired of seeing these European maps. And I know we're currently in multiplayer doing Ballydorn, which is another European map, so it might be nice to bring some American farming back to the channel, do an American series. Apart from Estancia Lapacho, every one of my... Oh, no, Old Family Farm was American, wasn't it? But all my Let's Plays have been... Mercury Farms was UK. Fenton Forest 4X were both German, so... Yeah, I could do another American series. Like I say, need to get this guy cooking on the old fertiliser and stuff. Get the fertiliser sold today, get all that done. Get slurry transported from the farm to the BGA, get paid for that. Get the digestate moved down to the fertiliser factory, get that processed through. And yeah, we'll be good to go. So yeah, 506,000 litres of slurry. So I'm going to start shipping that then. So I'll bring you guys back for the part 2 in a few minutes time when we're ready to continue and complete our time on this map. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Yeah, chickens are done. The chickens have finished laying all their little eggs for me. So it is going to be goodbye chickens. Goodbye chickens. You'll notice as well, it is now day 5 of autumn. I had to go through the entire day to get these bloody chickens to fill that pallet. But they're done now, so no problem at all. Going through day 4 of autumn off of camera, unless you were watching on Twitch and saw my little live stream that I did of day 4, where basically I was just killing time. I got all the digestate from the BGA moved down to the fertiliser factory, so that's all done and dusted. All the slurry from the farm went up to the BGA, and then all the digestate from the BGA went down to the fertiliser factory. There is now just one truck doing the fertiliser deliveries, making me a little bit of money from that, and then that's all done, sold, finished. Like I say, I've just got these eggs to sell and these chickens, and then I've just got to go pick up the last, 30 odd cotton bales that are on that field that we did the cotton harvest on, and then sell those, and hopefully at that point I'm done we've finished. Fenton Forest 4X map with seasons Let's Play is complete. I believe it's in 80 episodes as well, so I've managed to do it in fewer episodes than the first series. However, I probably did more harvests in the first series, to be fair. Without seasons. Seasons makes it incredibly long, although you don't make as much, you know. You only, like, you know, if I've done four seasons or 5 seasons in this Let's Play, then, you know, I've been lucky in that regard. Whereas definitely in the first series I would have been harvesting far more regularly. I would have got a lot more harvest done in the first series on the regular map with the standard field sizes and fewer fields. So seasons does slow you down a bit, but as you can see, I've still made decent money. Still made pretty decent money along the way. You know. Oh, it's done it again. I love this little thing. This tool is great for picking up pallets. I can't even remember where I downloaded it from. I don't know if there's one. There's a mod like this now on the official mod hub, or whether it's part of like a pack of mods. I can't remember. So I'd have to have a bit of a hunt round, because I would definitely like this tool on a future series, on my next series, or a tool very similar to this, maybe one that's a little bit more functional. That's having some. I need to just back up a bit. You know, this is where I kind of wish in Farm Sim there would be like a side shift function. You know, you could side shift your front loaders and your forks and stuff. You know, like you could in real life. If you've ever driven a forklift in real life, you'll know you've got a little thing where you can shift the forks left and right, just to make sure pallets are stacked up against one another. Same when you having to completely like reverse and back up the forklift. It's been a lot. I tell you what, though, it's been a few years since I've done that. Since I've driven a forklift in real life. I'm talking probably 14 years? Half a lifetime nearly. More. I'm not going to reveal how old I am, of course, on stream, on video. Many people can probably guess. Most people would be quite surprised. Fuck that up. Mess that up. Oh dear. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the other egg pallets on there now. We'll see. What I probably ought to do quickly is just strap these on. But as I say, Mercedes Actos, or Acros, or whatever it is, he's delivering all my fertiliser for me. He probably be finished fairly soon. Tell you what, that just about fits in there. Put them down. So they're not a safety hazard. Just a quick look at the price screen. Who's doing the best prices for eggs? Fenton Mill is doing good prices for eggs. Grain Elevator East is doing good prices for eggs. Grain Elevator East. Oh, wow. Where's that place? That's one of my little farmy buildings, so maybe I don't have to travel too far. Off we go. That would be nice if I haven't got to drive 10 million miles. Tree in the way. Why is this getting stuck on? It's because it's one of the, it's the swivelly axle, isn't it? It's one of these awful swivelly axle trailers. Probably should have cut the trees down. Thinking about it, I probably should have cut the trees down. But that's not making this any easier. Yeah, they're not selling. Right, we'll go to Grain Elevator East instead. I'm going to assume that those buildings are designed to be used with the regular, the little boxes, for selling the little boxes of eggs by hand. Because obviously they are available, those buildings are available to console players, which means the console players don't have the egg pallet replacer mod because they don't have that script. They don't have scripts. So the mod author probably never factored in the fact that people would be trying to sell pallets of eggs instead of boxes. But hey. Trying to remember where Grain Elevator East is. I think it's over this way. I think I've actually not travelled a great deal. I've probably mentioned this before in past videos. In this series, we didn't really do much travelling around the map. We never really went to all the different sell points and stuff like that. I think now. Do we go up that way? Or do we continue this way? I think we continue this way. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I remember from the first series. And then you'd go left here. once you've gone round here, there's probably a train blocking my flipping access to this sell point. Actually, no, there isn't. I did get concerned there for a second. Hey kids, we did it. That's all the eggs sold. 58 grand. 58 grand for the eggs, and then whatever we got for selling the chickens as well. Not bad. Now go back to the farm, grab our truck and trailer, and let's go get them cotton bales picked up and sold. We'll take them to the spinnery this time, I think. I should be able to get quite close to the spinnery. I think I've got just under 30 bales, 30 cotton bales to sell at this point in time. Truck's loading up again with another load of fertiliser. Thank you, Mr. Truck. And we'll be doing... I don't think he's got a lot of runs to do, to be honest. There was only about 600, there was about 800, I think 800,000 litres of digestate. So you can stay there. As I said, everything else has gone though. We've sold everything else. Well, we haven't sold fuel because we've still got tons of fuel and death and stuff at the farm. I made a lot of fuel, and despite the fact I was using the increased fuel usage mod, I didn't use anywhere near enough fuel that I manufactured. I made way more fuel than I needed to. I probably could have sold a lot of it off, to be fair, and that would have made me more money. But anyway, let's go get the cotton bales. Not a lot left to do. So we can hold 13 at a time. So if I produce 42 in the harvest video, I've already sold 13 of them. So that leaves me, what, 29? It's going to be 3 trips. 3 trips to the sell point. I'm just having a quick butchers around the field to make sure I pick up all the bales. The only trouble with these big fields, if you're not paying attention, you will miss bales. You'll leave bales behind. And of course, if you're not paying attention, you also leave entire fields behind, like I did, have done, in field 24. Right, there's 13 bales then. Right, let's head back. I'm trying to think where the spinnery is. It's there. So yeah, we don't actually have to travel too far to the spinnery. Or at least not as far as I thought I would have to travel. Tell you what, we're going to be quite close, I think, to matching. You know, if you go back and watch the first series of Fenton Forest, I think I ended that series with about 18 million in the bank by the time I'd sold off everything. And when I mean sold off everything, I mean everything. The buildings, all the equipment, everything got sold in that series. I ended up with about 18 million. We're going to be close to beating that, and I'm not going to have to sell off all the equipment and all the buildings, so that's going to be quite nice. It's going to be quite nice indeed. And especially as this series was played on hard economic difficulty, was played on like hardcore mode, whereas I think the original series was played on normal or possibly even easy. I want to be on this field, don't I? Picking up the bales. But I'll show you the statistics as well in a minute for the series. Now this series, again, cast your mind back, folks. This series began in August of 2019. It is now Sunday the 29th of March 2020 as I record this. So this Let's Play series has been ongoing for 8 months. We've been on this map for 8 months. And that's a lot of time to spend on a map. I know there's other players and YouTubers who go through maps, you know, very, very, very quickly. They really do seem to jump from one map to another in, you know, crazy amounts of time. I tend to stay with one map and just play the heck out of it, you know, like I have done on this one. We've played the heck out of this map for 8 months, and like I say, I'm going to show you the some of the statistics once I've got everything sold off and we've got everything wrapped up. So if this, I believe this is going to be episode 80. I believe this is episode 80, which means if you allow 1 hour for every video, that's 80 hours of videos I've done for this series. 80 hours of video content for all you people out there to watch, view and enjoy. But that doesn't really tell the whole story. It doesn't tell the whole story, as you'll see when we look at the statistics. And it's one of the reasons why I think people should always leave a like on a video. Even if they don't necessarily like the content of the video when they've watched it, they don't like what the person's done in the video, or they weren't a fan of the way they did some things or some of the mods they use. Because, you know, with farm sim, people get a little bit irate and can get a little bit funny about people using it, and people react to that stuff and be negative and leave negative comments, and they leave dislikes on videos and stuff like that. But before you click any buttons and before you type anything in the comment section, you probably want to just take a moment to think, hang on a minute, how much time and effort has it taken the guy who's made this video to make these videos, you know? Should I be arsey and picky and grumble about some tiny little thing in the video? Or should I be, you know, a decent enough person that I'm actually going to say thank you to the creator for taking the amount of time that it takes to produce these videos and play through these series and provide this entertainment to you for free several times a week? Because if you're watching this on YouTube, you're not paying for the content. It's a bit different like if you're on Twitch and you're a subscriber and you're contributing directly to the creator that way. Then that's a bit different. Then you can obviously have a bit of a, you know, a bit of an excuse to criticize or critique or, you know, whinge about the content. But when you're watching videos for free and you're watching videos with your ad blockers turned on, so the poor old creator's not making any revenue from your view, it's very hot. It's very unfair then to go and click the dislike button or leave a crappy comment. And like I say, this Let's Play series, this has been 80 episodes, I believe. That's 80 hours of content that you have been able to watch and consume over the last 8 months. 8 months of content, you know. There's TV shows that don't provide you that much entertainment, you know. You watch something on, you know, you watch a TV show on Netflix, you know, it's about 7 or 8 episodes long and you watched it in one night and then you have to wait a year for the next series. You know, we're banging out the content rapidly. But like I say, 80 hours of content that you have been able to watch and consume on the old channel. Has that truck finished now? No, it's the other truck. Where is he? He's up here somewhere. We'll ride on board with him, shall we? But we'll go and look at the statistics, shall we? So, like I say, this will be... I have done, on this saved game, over the course of my entire playthrough on this map, I have done 161 hours. It's just ticked over. I've spent 161 hours playing on this map to produce you guys 80 videos. So I've spent double the amount of time that there is videos. Okay, let's have a look. I've done 124 hours of working time. That's actually operating tools and equipment. So 124 hours of those 161 hours are tools in the ground, working fields. Wow. 14, nearly 15 hours, 14 hours and 56 minutes of this Let's Play has been spent cultivating. 11 hours and 28 minutes of this Let's Play has been spent ploughing. 30 hours and 10 minutes I've spent seeding or planting. I've spent 108 hours fertilising. And that's because of seasons and it's 3 stages of fertilising. You spend so much time fertilising in seasons, it's ridiculous. Harvesting time, 67 hours 47 minutes. Driving distance, 2,845.49 miles. I've used 33,932 litres of fuel so far. Obviously this truck is still running, so he's still using fuel. Seed usage, 430,814.81 litres of seed. And look at the fertiliser. 2,758,718 litres of fertiliser in this series, in this Let's Play. I've created 859 bales. 859 bales. That's silage, hay, grass, cotton, straw. I cut down 516 trees. 516 trees. Wows. And I completed one mission. One transport contract. I didn't do a lot of missions in this Let's Play. But you know, 11,328 worked hectares or acres. Wow. You know, I've put a lot of time into this series. Like I say, for every hour of video that you guys see and watch, I've had to spend another hour doing stuff to advance the game, advance the time, to move to the next phase so that I can jump in and start recording the next episode. So every episode's been eventful and it's had stuff happening in it. Whereas, like, if you've watched the stream I did today on Twitch, here on the 29th of March, I did a little stream between the first part of this episode's recording and this episode's this part of the recording. I streamed all that filler material that you guys never ever see. This guy's got what? Another 2 deliveries to make out. He's got this delivery to make, and then he's got about another 2 deliveries after this, I think. Maybe, yeah, another 2 deliveries. This guy, or gal, or whoever it is, and we will be done. We're at 18,629,300 already. If we're getting about 185,000 for each delivery, so we might make 19 million by the time this guy has done. But who knows? Who knows? As I say, 8 months this Let's Play series. I know technically it had a bit of a rocky spell at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, because obviously I was quite ill and I didn't do a lot of recording. I didn't get to do a lot of recording and a lot of videos, and then I started playing a few other things because I got a little bit tired of Farm Sim. But still, cracking Let's Play again, and I'm looking forward to doing the next one. I'm still trying to work out in my mind, in my own head, how I'm going to do the next Let's Play series. Whether I'm going to change the format so that rather than doing all the individual little episodes and recording and all that stuff, whether I just decide to stream my next Let's Play. I can stream it during the daytime and do a stream, and then I can export the stream to YouTube after, and that way people can watch it live and interact with me live as I'm playing the series and recording the series as well, which would be nice for me. And then people who still want to watch the series on YouTube can do so at their own pace and their own leisure. It does mean that if I do stream it, the episodes will be a lot longer, because obviously I will probably stream for 2 or 3 hours at a time. So rather than having, you know, 1 hour video uploading 3 times a week, you might get 3 3-hour videos 3 times a week, which is I appreciate that's a lot to get people to commit to watching. And like I say, if you would prefer to watch live and then be able to chat to me at the same time, you can do. And that would obviously be better. And the truck is on its way, so 2 more loads to collect and then we are done. Finitoed, finished. We can say goodbye to this wonderful map. And obviously it's important at this point in time to take a moment to thank Stevie for the excellent work he's done on the Fenton Forest maps. Both versions of the map, the regular sized version and this 4X version. Obviously the man's an incredible map maker, and I have donated to him. I have donated to him over on his Facebook page. I've sent him, you know, a monetary donation, both after the first Fenton Forest map came out, and of course when this one came out too, to thank him for obviously providing these great maps that I have got, like I say, 160 hours plus play on this map alone. If I divide my donation by the amount of hours, it's cost me very little. You know, the amount of enjoyment and entertainment I've got over the last 8 months playing on this map, it's, you know, the donation I made to Stevie was small, you know, on that basis. It's like, how do you value entertainment? How do you judge if something's, you know, good value for money? And I often talk about this, you know, if you go to the cinema to watch a film, you know, it's probably a 2-hour film, maybe 2-hour film, and, you know, it costs you like, you know, I don't know how much it costs to go to the cinema these days, probably 18 quid or something like that in the UK. So, you know, that's £9 for an hour's entertainment when you break it down. £9 for an hour's entertainment. You know, if I've sent Stevie 20 quid, right, say 20 quid, and I've done 161 hours. That works out at I've paid Stevie 12 pence an hour. 12 pence an hour I've paid for my entertainment and enjoyment on this map, which is obviously much better value than watching a film at the cinema. So instead of spending, you know, paying to watch a film at the cinema, I'd rather pay for a map in Farm Sim, because it gives me so much more time and pleasure and entertainment. It's much better value. That's a good cup of tea. Again, swig of Coca-Cola Zero for the working man. And if Coca-Cola should ever want to sponsor me and send me free Coca-Cola Zero for life, I would gladly accept their deal. So anyway, we'll follow this guy. He's got one more delivery to make after this one. And then we're done. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to cry, I think. I'm going to shed a tear. I'm getting all emotional. And the great thing is, I haven't had to sell off all the equipment. I haven't sold off all the land. I haven't sold off all the buildings in this Let's Play. We broke the money, even though I never set a target on this map. It was more about playing this map with seasons and experiencing seasons, because obviously when I started this series back in August of last year, seasons was relatively new out. It was still a lot of development builds. All the time I've been playing this series, I've been using a development build. I haven't updated seasons to the latest version on the mod hub. I'm using one of the development builds. I can't remember which version. So my next Let's Play series could be quite different, because obviously I'm going to be using the very latest version of seasons on my next on my next Let's Play, and things could be quite different and could have changed quite a bit from what I'm used to on this series, and what I was used to on Lone Oak, and what I'm used to from playing County Lines in multiplayer with Mr. Helgi. It's quite it's going to be fun, the next series. And like I mentioned earlier, it will be the return of Dolores Floffelbotham, because again, that's such a funny sounding name, Floffelbotham. And I feel she deserves a second outing. Mr. Miyagi here had 2 outings on both of the Fenton Forest maps. Again, I need to go and have a look at my Mercury Farms Let's Play and see what I called the character on that map, really. Because I can't remember. Because it might even be a case of I employ him. I get him back. I don't know if I'm going to use the... I don't know whether to use the contractor mod again. Maybe have a few different workers configured and set up, rather than one character having to tab around all over the place. I might have a couple of people. That could be quite fun. But again, I will decide a little bit later on as I get close to starting that series. I've had a look at the map I'm thinking of using. I've had a bit of a play on it, off camera sort of thing, off stream. I haven't even streamed it because I want it to be kind of unseen when I do play it. I do want to test a couple of mods on it, which means I do need to play a bit more off camera just to make sure that the mods are working properly. I think I've found an error with one mod with 2 mods already. That means I might have to go into Giant's editor just to fix them. It's a couple of the global company, some of the early global company mods which have the wrong trigger thing. I need to update some of the triggers on them because they've got the wrong code thing set in the editor, and I need to turn off something. I've got to disable something, and I'll tell you what, I can't remember now how to do it. I might have to look up a YouTube video, but there's 2 mods for 2 placeables that I need to do, otherwise the trigger on the placeables is going to cause an error in my game every single time. I mean, they're not massively important buildings, they're just for making like animal food and stuff, like your pig food and your TMR, but it would be nice if they didn't cause errors in my game log file. That's one thing I'm going to try and keep an eye on more closely in the next series, is the log, and anything that does seem to generate errors I'm going to remove, because I don't want my Let's Play series to be a case of problems, you know, falling down into problems like I've experienced at the end of this series with Courseplay. A lot of course play issues where I just could not get course play to do anything field work. Just wouldn't do any. It wouldn't harvest fields. It wouldn't do any seeding. Wouldn't do any mowing. It just broke. It's just broken on this map. It just does not work. So I need to get that sort of fixed. And like I say, we'll be back. Here he goes. I think this is the last load of fertiliser. He's picking up now. The very last. Then he's going to go up to the yeah, 117,000. This is it. We will break 19 million, definitely. I can see that happening now. We are going to break 19 million. Obviously, I'm going to have to tell this guy to manually drive on in a bit, because he's going to get full and then he's just going to sit here. And we can't have that, can we? Make him go faster. I can make him go faster, look. Right. Drive now, son. Oh, yeah. He's going to go a lot faster this time. Let's burn rubber up to the... Burn it! Come on. We've got this. This is where all the hours on Formula 1 pays off now, being able to control vehicles at high speed. I joke. Is he going to take the roundabout at 75 kilometers an hour? Because that might be interesting. Oh my... I thought for a minute he was going to give it a flipping good go. I thought he was going to give it a go then. To try and get up to 75. That would have been insane. There we go, our final delivery is being made. Yeah, 19,171,855. Well, there we are, folks. And that's it. That's the end of the series. We've reached the end here on Fenton Forest. I want to thank everybody who has viewed the series and watched the series and supported the series. Everyone who has left comments, left likes on the videos throughout the entire series. I really appreciate that. I hope you'll stick with me and continue to watch my content going forward. And I hope you'll join me on the next map and our next adventure. I've been CWATTYESO. This has been the Fenton Forest 4X map with seasons by Stevie here in Farming Simulator 19. And this is our final time on this map. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.